What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka JustTenMoreMinutes, aka the Freaking 10, back again with more Amorphis. This is a band that blew me away from the beginning, and I kind of had gone away from them for a couple weeks, whole Christmas thing and things like that. But I've been wanting to do this song. It was a big request, and so finally, I brought it in, and I'm ready to hear it. Now, I don't know what to expect because when you say the B, to me, I mean, you're talking about that this foundation is one of the probably one of the most perfect creatures out there if you think about just what their purpose is and how they do it. But you could say that about a lot of animals for what role they play in the environment. Now, but I don't think that's what this is going to be about. I think this has to do with something probably far greater. But if it turns out to be just about a bee, we'll see how it goes. But I have a feeling it's much bigger than that. So that being said, let's check it out. I like the little build up. Yep. So, and I'm just in amazement because they're writing a song about a bee, but in the sense, I think it has something to do with more of, again, the folklore and stuff that they normally do. Because they mentioned the River of Death, and so that was kind of my first inkling, and then they said, Twanella, and so I was like, oh, okay. I'll never get tired of his singing voice. And the way that he combines it, with the growl, I really like. Again, there's a difference when you do a growl and you can't understand a damn word you're saying. And I forget the band that someone suggested. I listened to it and it got blocked, so I couldn't post it. But I couldn't understand a damn word the fool was saying. And that instantly just turned it off, right? I mean, if you're not going to tell the story where I can hear and understand it and you're just going to garble, no. But this, you can understand every everything he says. And so when you can do that, the story, it now becomes a story, right? You're listening to someone tell a story. And so then to switch to the singing voice, which is just amazing. Love his tone. But it's an interesting song. A fire in the sky, a blaze of spark beyond the stars. Its gleaming wings will cut their way through the silent paths of space. Now, that's... I'm assuming that bees are sent down at some point. As it said, the prince electors. So from the heavens come down the chosen skull. That makes sense, from a folklore, if that's the way they're going with it. But just the way they describe some of this, right? Its gleaming wings will cut their way. Love that. Planets whirl, suns are lit, mountains fly, stars are dimmed. Its golden sabers tear through time. In the night of the river's death fly the silent prince electors. On the banks of Tonala, bleach the skeletons of kings. Their skulls are of sugary, sickly sweet. Try that, saying that 5 times fast. Skulls of sugar, sickly sweet. Their bones piled up on the shore. On bed of molten rocks, amid flowers cold as ice, pray the weak, the old, the poor. And when the tiny one comes from heaven crawls inside the chosen skull, when the tiny one, it summons the others to crawl inside the chosen skull. Interesting. Let's see where it goes. Love his voice. Okay, I gotta ask because this is fascinating. These guys need a history channel as well because they're telling stories based on folklore from their heritage. And I'm drawn in now because here's the thing. The lines that They build their castles in the head of kings, bring life to the empty halls. They build their castles in the head of kings, and honey will flow once more, once more. And then they repeat the other lyric as far as in the night of the river of death fly the silent electors. And when the tiny one from heaven comes, crawls inside the chosen skull. And when the tiny one, it summons the others to crawl inside the chosen skull. So what is the folklore here? Because what's fascinating to me is that in this tale, right? I mean, it talks about bringing new life, and one would first think, oh, they bring them back to life, but no, they bring life in the sense of, recreating more bees and building their castle within the skull. And was that an honor to be chosen by the bees to build? And would that bring someone back to life in the folklore? That's fascinating to me. What a cool concept for a song. Music was great. I mean, and then the guy's tone is just, I could listen to him sing all day. But what a fascinating concept to sing about. I'd love to know more about the folklore. Please help fill me in on that, because that was awesome. Let me know what to listen to next by these guys. I really enjoyed that. I really, really did. Back in the swing of things. Got the Nightwish, the Sabaton, and I've chosen Amorphis and the Bee for this week. More coming this week, back to normal schedule. I may have just cut down, one or two, or one video or two videos per week. Just the 4 videos a day was quite a bit. So I'm kind of doing the 3 right now. But again, back to full schedule every day. You got it. So anyway, with that being said, y'all know who I am, what I'm about. I'm JTMM. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm out.